Your electricity bill arrives every month. You see the number, you cringe. Then you pay it and forget about it until next month. But what if that bill quietly dropped to almost zero? No gimmick, no government lottery, just a technology that's been sitting on rooftops in your city for years, and that millions of Indian families are finally starting to use. It's called a solar PV system. And in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to break it down so simply that you'll be able to explain it to your parents over dinner tonight. PV stands for photovoltaic. Sounds complicated. It isn't. Think of it this way. Every solar panel is made up of small cells, like tiny sandwiches made of silicon. When sunlight hits that silicon, something magical happens. Electrons start moving, and moving electrons, that's electricity. Here's the key thing though. Your home doesn't run on the kind of electricity the panel produces. Solar panels produce DC power, direct current. Your fridge, your fan, your phone charger, they all need AC power, alternating current. That's where the inverter comes in. The inverter is the brain of your solar system. It converts DC to AC and sends that clean solar power straight into your home. So the basic system is just 3 things. Panels to inverter to your home. Simple as that. Let's get concrete. Say you install a 3 kilowatt, or 3 kilowatts, solar system on your rooftop in Bengaluru. Bengaluru gets roughly 5 to 5.5 hours of good sunlight per day. So your 3 kilowatt system will produce about 3 kilowatts times 5.5 hours equals 16.5 units of electricity per day. That's roughly 500 units per month. Now think about your electricity bill. The average Indian household uses about 200 to 400 units per month. What does that mean? A 3 kilowatt system can cover your entire home's electricity and sometimes produce more than you use. The extra units go back to the grid and you get credit for them. That's called net metering. You stop being just a consumer of electricity. You become a producer too. And yes, it even works on cloudy days, just at lower efficiency. Panels don't need direct sunlight, they need daylight. The number one question people ask, is it actually worth it? Let's look at a real example. A 3 kilowatt rooftop system in India today costs around 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees before any subsidy. Under PM Surya Ghar Yojana, you can get a subsidy of up to 78,000 rupees for a 3 kilowatt system. That brings your cost down to roughly 75,000 rupees to 1 lakh rupees. Now, if this system saves you 2,000 rupees to 3,000 rupees on your electricity bill every month, you break even in just 3 to 4 years. And solar panels come with a 25-year performance warranty. That means 21 years of essentially free electricity. You're not spending money on solar, you're investing in 21 years of savings. The maths is pretty hard to argue with. Here's something a lot of people get confused about. There are 2 main types of solar systems. On-grid systems are connected to your local electricity grid. You use solar power during the day. If you produce more than you need, it goes to the grid and you earn credits. If you need more than you're producing, at night for example, you pull from the grid. These are cheaper, simpler, and ideal for most city homes. One catch, if the grid goes down, your solar system shuts off automatically. Safety reasons, so no power during a blackout unless you add batteries. Off-grid systems have batteries. They store extra solar power so you can use it at night or during power cuts. Great for rural areas or homes with frequent outages. But batteries add significant cost. They can double your budget. For most homes in Indian cities, start on grid. It's simpler, cheaper, and the payback period is much faster. You can always add batteries later. A lot of people install solar and then feel disappointed. Their system isn't producing as much as expected. Almost always, it comes down to 3 things. First, shading. Even partial shade on one panel can drag down the output of your entire string of panels. Before you install, check your roof for shadows. From water tanks, trees, neighboring buildings, this is the #1 performance killer. Second, Panel orientation. In India, your panels should face south, not east, not west. South-facing panels catch the most sunlight across the full day. The ideal tilt angle is roughly 10 to 15 degrees. Third, panel temperature. This surprises most people. Solar panels actually produce less electricity when they get very hot. A panel at 25 degrees Celsius and the same panel at 55 degrees Celsius can differ in output by 10 to 15%. Good ventilation under the panels helps. Get these three right, and your system will perform close to its rated capacity for decades.